Ladies and gentlemen, you're in tune with the sounds of the Camo crew. Right, don't forget today we have the one like the
Richard.
We have the one like the
Sonia.
We have the one like the
Kev.
And me again. Right, we're at Castle Acre Castle, ladies and gentlemen. And there you go. Let's go and have a look in this castle.
Investigate the situation.
Well, I'm just thinking, which one of these should we chuck Richard down?
No, I'm going to try and charge the moat at some point, and I'm probably only going to get halfway before I'm out of breath and need medical attention, but I'm going to give it a go at some point.
There you go. There you go. You know what I mean? Let's lead on, ladies and gentlemen. I say ladies and gentlemen, obviously the lady's the one on the left-hand side to me, look.
Hope you're not assuming my agenda.
It sounded like a marching band of soldiers, didn't they, look?
I was shouting coming up the steps, let alone trying to charge the side.
Oh, look, there seems to be a plaque there with a bit of information. Oh, look at that, that's quite cool. Them, the bridges, look, the way they crossed over like that. Right, that's bang on.
Nice, isn't it? So you've got like an outer moat and an inner moat.
Yeah.
Looking at it.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm trying to see if we've got this on camera for you. It's hard to see behind the gimbal. It's slowly going down. The best bit is when Richard's here and he reads it out. Or someone who's got a very good reading manner.
Well then,
and
the mighty castle defences. The great earthworks at Castle Acre are some of the most impressive in the country and convey the power of the medieval fortress. In its final form around 1200, this castle was a very strongly fortified and highly visible fortress. At its heart are two enclosures, a rectangular outer bailey and to the north a smaller circular inner bailey set within a higher ring of banks which you can see ahead of you. These two bailies and a barbican fortified entrance to the west were protected inside deep ditches, always dry as now, and by stone curtain walls of which substantial traces can be seen today. The castle was never a purely military emplacement at all times in its history. It also served as a base for the lords to oversee justice and administer their estates, to enjoy leisure pursuits such as hunting, and to entertain important visitors including royalty. There you go.
There you go, Pete. So it's Richard doing the nice little voiceover and read out there for you. Yeah, this is nice.
Yeah.
I like this place.
So you're looking at a rectangular outer bailey, which is obviously what we've just come through then, yeah? And then you've got the inner.
Yep.
Which is this.
Yep.
So, but it was always dry, never water in it. So it's saying.
Right. Okay. Yeah, it looked like it had water, didn't it?
It does look like it, but it's saying it was dry.
But a lot of them didn't. Castle Horizon didn't, did it? No. You know what I mean? So a lot of them were like this.
Massive hills as well,
but you got to think when they're in their armour and stuff, yeah, right, and all the stuff they've got to carry, they ain't getting up these hills, are they? Hence the reason it's all built like this.
So in there then would have been where the buildings would have been, and obviously people living and so forth.
Yep.
So yeah,
lovely.
Cool.
And in a way, it's sort of almost going into the dip of the ground. You thought it'd be up on some of that higher ground, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Over there.
It's still got quite a
good coverage.
Yeah, yeah. I suppose you still got a good. You can still see everything. Obviously from around, got a good circular view and everything.
Yep.
So, yeah. Cool.
Right then, someone on lead on.
You're going down that way and then back up the hilltop.
Oh, there you go.
The old dog's looking at us, lot going, I can see you, the camouflage don't work. Hello, mate. You alright, don't worry.
Got a new Explorer.
Well, I just realised the camouflage don't work. The dogs can see us. Yes, that's the one, yeah. Yeah, we've come to back up the King Harold, but we heard that William's already got the castle built. Have a good one.
This is our retreat after shopping at Waitrose.
Oh, right. Oh, that's a good treat. Very nice treat. We seem to have made a new friend of the furry kind.
Eastgate.
Eastgate, there you go. I used to live near Eastgate. Yeah.
So they made use of the flint as well, didn't they?
They did, yeah. Oh, it's a nice routine in this place, yeah, definitely.
One of those wonderful little devices.
Yeah, it's a GoPro. Yeah, a camera, GoPro. It makes all your movements, rather than using the camera and being shaky, you use these and it comes out a bit more smoother. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I don't even have an ordinary camera now because it's too complicated.
Well,
Quite
yeah.
complicated. No, I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Have a good day.
Enjoy your walk.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Cool, isn't it?
I'm assuming this would have had
Yeah, gatehouse type thing, yeah.
bars coming
Yeah.
down and everything and so forth. These are pretty thick as well.
They are, aren't they? Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
It's let's call it big that. Oh look, there's a barn or something down there, Richard.
Yeah. See, you've got another entrance down in the
Yeah,
corner as well.
yeah.
So this is like the buildings would have been, and that in the middle.
As you see there, ladies and gentlemen, there's some like depressions and everything in the ground. From where we saw on the sign on the map type thing, these were the positions where buildings and that were.
Quite a few more stuff over there to.
Yep. There we go, look, ladies and gentlemen. You can see all these like shapes of outlines of buildings and that. Like it's like this is another sort of inner area, moated area.
Like out there, the royalty or the lords are looking out over the peasants as such. It would have been back in the day, wouldn't it?
There you go. Yep.
Lord of the Manors. Looks like what they're looking out over now. There's lots of rabbits by the looks of it.
Yeah, definitely. Someone's house, look, converted barn or something, or house. Yeah. Cool. Living right next to that, that's cool, eh? You know what I mean? Yeah. Really nice.
You know how strong this is because it hasn't got a. Bar here, do you know what I mean? Like, so this doesn't collapse it in the middle.
Yeah. Yeah. It looked like it's just had one, look. If you see on there.
It's still there, isn't it?
Yeah. But like, see like something here, look. See it? Goes through. Just there, look.
Yeah. I've got you.
And then there's like a portcullis or something.
Yeah, it could have been where it locked in.
Yeah. Look.
Yeah. Would have been something here, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Coming
And
across.
there's that bit there. And then there's like where a lintel bit would be.
You see the outline
Just
up there.
here. A type of an arch.
rounded. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at the flint, mate, isn't it?
Yeah.
Flint that's
There you
just
go, look,
like-
ladies and gentlemen. Look. It's, I wish.
It's going to take a
I
long
wish.
time.
Can you lend me your drill? That's like we were saying, you're really lucky to live next to this, you know what I mean? But no, it's so beautiful to wake up and see something like this.
He's seen it all the time, isn't he?
So the locals around here seem to be quite jovial, don't they?
Yeah.
Quite cool. See, it makes you think, is that purposely like that?
You must be.
You know what I mean? Because I don't know, well obviously...
Well look, it looks as though that would have
It's
probably something risen up off these.
yeah.
A bit like where you see in churches, you know what I mean? And
Oh.
stuff goes up off them.
Alright people, if you just see a jerk there, I'll just fell and slipped again.
Big effort though to collect all this.
Yeah, yeah.
Put it all in.
Obviously, you got to think the outer skin would have probably been actual stone or brick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This is just the inner stuff.
Wow.
Because that could be attacked quite easily left like that. So you'd stone on the outside of it, wouldn't you?
Didn't they used to use flint for arrows?
Yeah, arrowheads and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Flint napping and all that as well.
Right, so.
Are you wait a minute, if you're going up, I was about to say take this with you, but because you're going to go up there along there, aren't you? Yeah. There you go. See?
Right, going up. Right. Yeah, it's alright. Right. Going up. This is only a small one. Small part of the hill. There you go. Yeah. Pan round. There's Kebos. I'll walk along here. Get a real good view from here though. But when you're up here you can actually see just how big it is. You can see the impressions on the ground there as well where the buildings would have been. If you can see that. Just want to get used to this gimbal on this. Yeah. A couple of weird people down there. Come down to them in a minute. I'll just film the rest of this. Yeah. That. Another little pan round. Shame the sun's not out, but there you go. And then near enough at the top of this bit anyway. I'll just have a look down from there. Some more of the wall there. A few more boards over there to look at, see what info they got on them. There you go. Pan that round. And we'll head down towards these if I don't fall down. It's going to be good, Kieran, if I end up falling down here, you know.
Can we move out of the way? I'll see you in about 2 seconds.
I need you there as a barrier.
Yeah, it is. It's got the information on it. Right, basically,
Yeah.
that thing just there and that thing there, right?
Yeah.
The heart of the castle life. This area is once full of buildings that supported the castle and its community in the Middle Ages. If you were standing here around 800 years ago, you would be in the outer bailey of the castle, a bustling area full of stables, workshops and storehouses. In the centre, you can see a large rectangular earthwork that marks the position of the Great Hall where the castle community dined and court hearings were heard and took place. At the eastern end of the hall was the chamber block, a more private part of the Earl's accommodation. You can also see further earthworks indicating a separate kitchen stood close by, which is this bit just over here.
Yeah.
Between the hall and the inner bailey was another building, possibly the castle chapel. Surrounding the whole area is a enclosed of ditches and high banks, originally capped with stone walls, like I said.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can see fragments of these today. There you go.
Cool.
It's just a little bit giving you some reputation.
It's hard to get the picture and it keeps moving, isn't it?
Because you need to put on lock sometimes to see an off lock.
Right, I'll pass that back to you, sir.
If you press
Far
it
too
twice,
complicated for
Yeah.
me.
just quickly twice, it will lock itself.
There's more thing, yeah, I know, board thing too.
Yeah, there's 2 more.
Right, that's what he's going on about there, ladies and gentlemen.
Just going to go through this part, Kieran, because obviously this must have been another big entrance there. There's 2 more boards as well.
There you go, peeps. Let's see where the others do.
Yeah, it's either that or a doorway that went down somewhere.
Do you think it went down, mate, and into some tunnels?
Yeah, just looking down there.
Yeah, I see that a minute ago, the archway, and it's definitely leads to some old tunnels. That's a doorway.
It's got to be, innit?
There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, clearly there would have been some, the way the wall runs, I think they probably went in at some point. There you go. There's a nice little gatehouse here, look, representation. I'm going to have to, when we stop, come back and take some pictures.
There's, like you say, the blocks that would have been covering the...
There you go. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, covering the flint.
Yep.
So some of the original blocks there.
There you go, people.
Because, there must have been like salvage, isn't it, and used for housing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So as you'll see, everybody, this is flint, yeah? Sort of like a mottle kind of mix of flint and some sort of like cement concrete type mix, and then it would add capstones and everything, like all these here, which have been the representation of the old walls. Yet again, you can see where the portcullises and things.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Because there would have been one other side, and they got the bits there would have been the gatehouse areas.
Didn't they use, you said in the mix, didn't they use horsehair in the mix?
All sorts, yes, in the old days, yeah, to bind and everything.
Yeah, that's
yeah. Lime and all that.
Yeah.
This would be like a lime mortar cement, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
It's obviously a gatehouse area and everything as
presuming
well.
here.
Yeah.
Come in there.
Yeah.
And there.
Yeah.
Side.
And then something obviously went in.
Yeah.
Up the walls as well. Give it a bit of review there for one. We're just going to go and read these signs over here and what they say. As you can tell, it's all surrounded these days by housing and everything, the typical Norfolk style flint and brick housing. I'll go to this first one for you, and then I'll get the second one what Sonia's on. Right. Let's see if we can do that. That's obviously a way off the street and everything there. So there's houses and everything all around here.
Come back in, they're all safe, aren't they?
Oh, this is where he never does it for me. Kev just does it like that. Right, Richard, do you want to?
Yeah, Castle Acre Castle. The castle was founded soon after the Norman Conquest by the first William de Warenne as a combination of fortress and aristocratic residence. Warenne's sons and descendants laid out the town and founded the priory on its present site. The castle's defences were greatly strengthened in the 12th century with massive ramparts and new stone walls. Alright, turning it into a great tower or keep. By the late Middle Ages, the castle had been abandoned, but its ramparts and ditches survive today as perhaps the finest castle earthworks in England.
Okay, help me up. Oh, thank you. Yeah,
So that's quite interesting.
that is.
That the stone was put on later then.
Yeah. Give it more added protection and everything.
Yeah.
And let's
Very cool.
check this second one out. Sonia, would you like to read a section?
No.
Kev, would you like to read a section?
Well, is it down to you then, Kieran? Do you
Right.
like to read it or?
These are the remains of the great castle that gave its name to the town of Castle Acre. The castle was the creation of William de Warenne, who was granted land in Norfolk after the Norman Conquest in 1066. He chose this place to create a fine residence for himself and his family. Over centuries, his descendants and strengthened the defences in stages, converting the house into a true fortress. The remain of the Great Keep or the tower are high up on your left, along the path ahead of you. You should stand the remains of the Welsh Gatehouse, which once controlled access to the castle and was secured by timber. There you go.
Timber gates.
Timber gates. What did I say?
Portcullis.
Sorry, Kev. Portcullises and part of the porter's lodge. Sorry, everyone. I just knocked his recording in his hand. The lodge can be seen inside. William de Warenne and his descendants stayed at the castle throughout the 13th century, but by the 14th century it had fallen into favour and became a ruin.
Your face. I'm sorry, I'm glad you were so polite about that one.
Oh, thank you.
Can we just remember we're recording sometimes, you dirty animals, you filthy animals. Yeah, animal, yeah. Animal. We don't call him Muppet for nothing. Animal! No, don't. Look at that, he's going for it. Go on, Richie! Go on, go on! Mud run, nuclear race. Do you know what? He's doing it. He's going to do it. This is where I need a focus and a zoom. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. I think we're going to be chucking him into a few challenges soon. Yeah.
Well done.
Good on you, mate. Why didn't you take the GoPro with you?
I don't think you would.
Right, I'm going up that bit the easy way. If I was fit and I wasn't ill and my toes would bend and let me do that, I would have done that. I used to love doing things like that, but yeah. Look at him, look, he's rolled chocolate. Hi son! Hi mum! Hi son! Bye! If you fall, send us a postcard on your trip. Right, here you go, look, we'll give it the flavour of walking up, look. The Upper Ward Gatehouse. Late 11th century, there you go people. Brilliant. Everyone likes exploring the Kev.
You can face it up. Just press it once.
See, he keeps teaching me how to use this GoPro. Otherwise, what it is, I've got fat thumbs and I can't get the little buns on it, and little skinny ribbed Kev here can. He's got skinny fingers. I will. Well, I'll tell you what, I'll do that now. So we can. There we go. Right, ladies and gentlemen, it says the Great Tower. This area is known as the Inner Bailey, and the stone walls you can see are the remains of the keep or the tower of the castle. Excavations of this area unexpectedly revealed that the first building finished by William de Warenne around 1080s was lightly fortified grand country house of a two-storey rather than a castle. This suggests that it was built as a residence more than a stronghold. You can see what is left of the original building immediately in front of you. If you go inside and look up to the left, you can see the remains of the fireplace. Yep, see that? Anxious about the threat of civil war in the mid-12th century, William de Warenne's descendants decided to enhance the defences. It became a large and more easily defended tower with thick walls. These are the more substantial standing remains that you see today. The development of the castle from a country house to a great fortress is unique in England. Oh. And that was what I was reading there. So you can stop it to have a look. But These are the little bits at the side. So there you go, look. Around 1070, the castle's founder William de Warenne builds a low circular bank inside the ditch with a stone gatehouse inside a stone building, which is the country's house, then a castle with an upper floor above the basement roof, wooden roof.
There is work underway as civil war threatens England. William de Warenne's descendants dramatically strengthen the site's defences. They dig deeper ditches, you can see that, cap the high banks with a stone wall, and thicken the house's walls in preparation for adding further stories, converting it into a high strong tower. Around 1165, the building has been transformed into a great tower. Although half of the original building was deemed unnecessary and has been demolished, if the building was ever finished, it must have been at least 90 metres high in order to overlook the heightened ramparts surrounding it. There you go.
Brilliant.
I'm still out of breath from... You know what I mean? There's no way I could have done that and fought a battle at the end of it.
See, that gives you the idea. He ran up there without all that kit on they would have worn.
Yeah, and I've
You know
just
what I mean?
walked all the way round the outside and come back and I'm still out of breath.
There you go. And you're fighting a battle. That's going to be the well then, isn't it?
Yeah.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Richard,
Yeah.
you go in.
Well, I don't think...
Yeah, I knew it was coming. I don't want to
No.
drop this.
No.
That looks...
Deep.
That's mega. That is like the opening to the earth. That is deep.
Yeah, it's pretty cool though.
That is brilliant, yeah.
Yeah, that just keeps going.
It does. I dropped a stone down there, and you just keep hearing it hit things. It didn't. You don't
I used
hear.
to put coins down in well, isn't it? But,
Yeah.
No.
There aren't really any big stones.
No.
There's some
Looking for
there, but they're
tiny-
not massive.
Everyone else has done the same,
Yeah,
haven't they?
that's
It's
what I was
the
left.
site, yeah. Yeah. A little tiny, to see if I can hear it.
You hear it hit.
Yeah,
at
it
the
just
end,
hit, there's
don't
no
you?
water in it. It's just, yeah.
Yeah.
This is the keep.
Right.
Yeah, we're originally the mansion house, wherever it was, but made into a keep. And you'll see things like this. Yeah, and you'll think, what are they? Well, this is where the beams and that would have been for floor levels.
Yeah.
You can see remains of a fireplace or something there. Yeah,
I suppose it's called the keep, is it?
because it's to keep
Yeah.
you safe.
Keep safe.
And as you look again, you can see where the floor levels were.
Yeah.
You see them? Look.
So the being above, we don't know how much she's filled into, do
Yeah,
you? But
yeah.
I see what you're saying, yeah. They'd have used oak for that as well, wouldn't they? Being oak.
Something strong and heavy.
Yeah.
But yeah, to the left is the fireplace, which is, I say you can see the remnants of the fireplace to the left. They used a substantial stone there, didn't they, on that one?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm trying to find where the fireplace is. It's got to be that then. It is, it goes in. See it? It curves in.
Yeah.
It curves in, ladies and gentlemen, just there. You know what I mean? So, brilliant. I'm going to take pictures when we stop recording.
Getting loads as well. So.
Yeah.